Hey everyone, it's a beautiful Saturday afternoon down here in Port Arlington, and I'm excited to finally launch Onedeck, a product that's been in the making for just on 6 years. It's been a passion project of mine and our whole teams, because we wanted to create a decking system that's truly different to anything else that's been created. And one of the most important aspects of this system is the material that it's made of. So we've developed the product using a different way of product development. We've flipped the whole thing upside down by looking at what material is available. So the product that we've got here is made up of a certain amount of blister pack from Pharmacycle. It's made from PVC pipe sourced from construction sites across Australia. It's made from recycled resilient flooring, and there's even some cable material in it. To develop something like this takes a lot more effort than just one person can do. And there's a lot of people that we've worked with over the past 6 years that we've got to thank for creating this product, including Welvic, the CSIRO, Sustainability Victoria, along with Exeleq for the machinery and East Tool for the tooling. But most importantly, it's our entire team down at Think Manufacturing that's put so much passion and effort into creating this product. So when you look at it, it looks like a polymer decking product, but it's so much more than that. So fundamental to its design is basically the clipping system that enables the product to be clipped down. So we wanted to flip that whole idea of these little T-clips or screwing the decking down onto the joist directly. We wanted to flip that onto its head. And we created this product that we call SnapDeck. It's a little SnapDeck clip that gets screwed or nailed down onto your joists, and it interlocks into each other. And the reason we've called it SnapDeck is when you get to the end, you simply snap it off. So you snap the tab off, and then that's the end, so no cutting. The other really unique feature of the SnapDeck is its ability to be snapped into just an individual component. So if you wanted to make custom spacing of the deck, so as standard, it's around about 3.5mm gap. But if you want to increase that up to say 6mm, you can just snap these little individual components off and then space them exactly where you want. There's also a handy little center line. The other really cool feature of this is the board is obviously called Onedeck, and it's one board that does everything. So it can be a fascia board around the front of your deck, and the way that works is you create a little SnapDeck piece that gets screwed onto the fascia, and then the deck just slots straight onto that, clips in. It's also the starter board, it's the end board, and it's the infill board. An extremely unique system that we've developed with this. So that's one really cool aspect of it. The other aspect is its ability to span up to 600mm in between joists. Now, in a commercial application, we certainly don't advertise that, but in a basic decking application, just a small deck, you can go to 600mm, but as standard 450mm will be perfect. So very conventional. The other big gripe that people have with composite decking is actually it gets really hot underfoot. And we've been developing composite fencing products for over a decade. We've put a lot of technology into the capping layer. So the capping layer over the outside is actually a nitrile rubber, PVC, plasticized PVC, with an acrylic base to it. And thanks to the brilliant team over at Pen Color, Phil Riccardi, he's been very patient with me with all of the iterations that we've made to the capping layer. It actually reflects the near infrared spectrum of light, keeping the product cool. And then being PVC, it's got an extreme amount of strength to it. So we've been able to hollow out the inside. So we've got these dynamic ventilation chambers, which also dissipate a lot of the heat. So it remains very cool underfoot. Now you can also see there's not a high amount of gloss to it. It's more of a matte finish, but we've also got a texture in it. And with the nitrile rubber in there, it's extremely chemical resistant. So you don't need to worry about spilling red wine on it or anything like that. But also it's got a lot of grip, a heap of grip. So that's why we're able to offer the product in an embossed finish that you can see here. And we can also supply it as a matte finish. So when you order the product, you just work out what you want, either an embossed system or a matte non-embossed system. So really cool. Now the other thing that we're doing, because we're manufacturing this product ourselves down here in Port Arlington, as you may see, I'm actually in Port Arlington at the moment. This is my house. The factory is about 1 kilometre that way. We're doing something very, very exciting and very different. Because we manufacture it, we can offer custom lengths. So if you send us your details of you want 12 6.3 metre lengths to 2.8 metre lengths, or maybe 20 2.8 metre lengths, and 45 4.8 metre lengths, we can do that. And that's all coming back to our whole core value of Think Manufacturing and Onedeck is minimise waste. So the core of this product is made of material that's not only recycled, we've diverted that product from going into landfill. And that's something we're extremely proud of. And following on from that is we just don't want builders, chippies, DIYers to be having all this waste that they've got to deal with. PVC, as you may know, cannot go into your recycling bin, so the vast majority ends up in landfill. And we're determined to break that cycle. So the way that we can do that is offer decking lengths from our factory, out of our extruder, to you in the length that you want, minimising waste, which is just super exciting. And the other thing, being in Australia, most properties need to achieve a certain bell rating. Where we are, I think it's bell 12.5, so it's not significant, but many areas need bell 40. So we've put a lot of technology into our core layer and our capping layer, hopefully to achieve that. So today is the product launch, where we've got perfect product ready to be sold. It's now going through a full testing regime to achieve that bell rating. So at the moment, it doesn't have a rating, but we're aiming for bell 40. So I'll just quickly show you how good it works. Now here's my trusty little hot devil. So we'll crank it up. Let's burn it. So you can see that's a pretty significant amount of flame, and you can see this char layer on the outside. As soon as we take the flame away, it self-extinguishes. And you might say, okay, well that's really cool, which it is really cool. But let's just hit the side of it as well, somewhere, like that. So that's a significant amount of heat, flame that we're putting into it. Take the flame away, it goes out instantly. And that's something that we're super, super excited about. You could probably give that a bit of a scuff and still use it. So we've had the luxury of seeing the shortfalls of other products and the improvements that can be made with other products, including the ability to actually clip the deck down, let me grab this, directly onto concrete. Because there's no wood flour or wood composite in this product, it can be installed directly onto a concrete slab with no air gap underneath it. We don't need any circulation under the deck. That's provided by the ventilation chambers. So it can be installed directly onto concrete. It can be installed in water, out of water, wet areas. The polymer is impervious to moisture. So with all of that we've built into it over the last 6 years, anyone that knows me knows that I'm an extremely excited person. And today I decided not to launch the product with, a big party. I thought, let's just do it here in my garden, or my grass, and just talk about it. No professional videos or anything like that. So we're super excited. Now what we're doing for this launch is we're offering the product for the next 2 months for $9.50 a lineal metre, which is ludicrous. It's absolutely ludicrous, the price that we're doing it for. And we're doing that so that we can get some runs on the board, start selling it. It's been something we've been developing for so long, and we just want to see some products installed. We've done several installations over the past 6 months, and I'm sure you all know who you are. We've got Jason Black's putting some down, Coffee's putting some down, John Barry down the road, and then obviously here. The deck under me is the first product that we developed, the first iteration from 6 years ago. And it's held up well, but we've learned a lot from that. So, you know, it's a beautiful Friday. Onedeck is being launched. Onedeck, we're also a proud sponsor of the Port Arlington Football and Netball Club. So happy Saturday. Happy Onedeck. Happy everything. Onedeck for life. Cheers.